Hello, fellow Neopians, and happy JubJub Day! I'm so excited. I know quite a few people who love JubJub Day, so I'm very excited for everybody who is thrilled for this day. If you know what deck you're going to, go ahead and jump ahead. The oracle that will be joining us today is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards. They will be our side deck. If you're new here and you've never done pick a card reading before, I'll let you know about the decks we have before us, and you can go to whatever one your heart calls you to, or as many as you want. Sometimes you get called to multiple. I enjoy hearing what piles people choose, so you're more than welcome to let me know in the comments down below and your thoughts, and if anything related or not. But our first deck here is the Kawaii Tarot. It's got some very fun, cutesy art, lots of fun little animals. We have the Neopets Tarot in pile 2. I know it's a Neopets reading, but that doesn't mean that everybody needs to go to the Neopets deck. I know a lot of people love going to that one though, so we will see how good that one is. And then this is the first time this deck has ever been in a Neopets reading before. This is the Landscape Tarot. It's this beautiful, lots of scenes with some animals in it. But mainly it's a lot of scenery pictures. And then we have the Guardian of the Night Tarot, which is another animal-based deck. So this one's a little bit more collage-y and stuff. Go ahead and head to whichever pile or piles you're going to go to. Pile 1, we are about to get started, so just hang around. Hello, Pile 1. You've chosen the Kawaii Tarot. Our Witch's Wisdom card today is the Beltane, about fertility. Basically, this is discussing the things you have put in, like the seeds you've sown are coming to fruition. There we go. So we're going to see the things that you've been trying to do and trying to have come will come. This is, yeah, I'm very excited for you. Those things that you've been working on and trying really hard to get to work out have been working, or are about to like really show up and show you that your work counted for something. It really discusses like the fire element. I think it also, I could see some pentacles probably showing up in here, just so you get to see the fruits of your labor and stuff. So yeah, let's see if we have some more details or some other advice that the cards can give. Our first card here is the Devil. We then have the Four of Wands, the King of Coins, which in this deck is the Pentacles. We have the Ten of Coins, the Ace of Swords, and Temperance. I think it's tempting right now to slow down, especially since you know things are gonna come, that the work you put in is going to be rewarded. I think it's really important here to remember that you can't slow down completely quite yet. We're not quite there where it's available to just sit and relax yet. It is coming though, but we have to push through for a little bit longer. I really think you can. You seem to be a very disciplined person, a very good routine person, in the sense of like, you know what you're doing, you know how to do it, and you know how to keep it up. I want you to also not forget about the people, like your family, your partner, your spouse, whomever in your life that matters to you. Like, keep those relationships going, because this is going to feel very victorious for everybody in this. It's not just going to be you. This will have a lot of fruition in like wealth and stuff. If that's what you've been working on, is like a new job or something, that's promotions coming. The next thing to make your business better is here. It's about to happen, and it's going to feel very tempting to just allow that to like kind of take over and push through. I want you to plan for a little bit of an emergency in this, that this is kind of like a blip kind of a thing. It's like the next step, and you're going to have a new thing, but you're going to have a surge, and then it's going to plateau out. So don't get too excited with all of the new money that's coming in. Like, budget that out so that you know where to put that in the future. That's really important in this. But you're going to feel like really good and really solid about a lot of things. This is going to be, it's just going to be so tempting to like, when it finally does come to fruition, you're going to feel very tempted to just spend it all. And that's not what we need to be doing right now. You need to take that time to like, take the time for you and those around you that matter. I think a celebratory dinner is totally cool, kind of a thing. But this isn't a time to make the next big investment. It's a time to realize, cool, I have a little bit of extra money. This can sustain me for the next X amount of time. Let me try to make this drag out a little bit before I make that next big purchase, because you need to figure out where that next plateau is, not the next surge of money that comes in. I'm very excited though, because you are going to enjoy the calm that comes afterwards. Once this happens, once you get this next little boost, it's going to feel a lot better. You're going to be able to take that deep breath of like, oh, I can finally sit down and rest. And that'll be so nice, because you are somebody who is so good about keeping your nose to the grindstone in a very steady pace, that this is going to feel amazing to finally be like, okay, let me just like actually let myself go for a bit. And it might be a little hard. That is the flip side of it, is that it could be very hard for you to allow yourself that time, but I want you to let yourself have that time. It's going to be really good. Yeah, this is wonderful for you. I'm really excited for you, Pile 1, that this is a momentous occasion for you. This is probably going to feel kind of big too, that like, this is here. It's finally happening. You're just kind of in the throes of like, you're ready to do it, and you're ready to like jump into it, but it's just going to be very tempting once it happens to like kind of jump ahead. So thank you so much, Pile 1, for letting me read for you today. Happy JubJub Day. Hello, Pile 2. You've chosen the Neopets Tarot. Our Witch's Wisdom is the Lady Goddess, feminine. If you are somebody who believes in the feminine, that we all have feminine and masculine energy, this is a sign to like tune into your feminine energy. For the rest of us who are just like, we just all are people, which I kind of lean towards. I understand the idea of the feminine and masculine, but it's not quite where I'm at. This is more of it's okay to receive a gift right now. It's okay to receive the compliments. It's okay to receive help. And so this is a time to, the next time somebody says, hey, can I give you something? Can I offer you something? Can I help you? The answer is yes. You need to allow that in and be able to take that. And so that is what our fabulous Lady Goddess is telling us today. So let's see if the Neopets Tarot has some more info for us. We have the Devil. It's our first card. We have Two of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles. The Lovers. The Emperor. And Nine of Cups. We have a lot of choice happening in here, and you have a lot of decisions coming up. Decisions that are going to be very important to those around you and in yourself, of course. This is pretty relationship heavy. If you have been seeing somebody new, if you have a new friendship in your life, if you are trying to decide about like moving in with people, this is a time to really assess your choices and be aware that certain things are going to be very tempting and very much not what it is. Basically, at this time, you're going to be probably have a decision that you are making right now, and it's going to be so tempting, and you're going to want to do it. The problem is that this is probably not the decision to be making right now, or this is a decision that you shouldn't lean into that temptation. There is actually something better coming along the way. And it looks like you have a bit of option in that sense of like 2 other people, or possibly just 2 more better situations than what you're currently having. As attractive as this looks, it's not what you're actually going to want in the end. So if you do make this decision, just due to you need to have something now, you need to have an escape route or an easy way out. And so you need to be reading the terms and services of like your apartment. You need to see how fast can you move out. If moving in with somebody is, as a roommate or something, and you've agreed to a year, and in 2 months you find something better, what does that actually look like? You need to have these conversations right now, and make these tough decisions, because that's really important, because it's actually going to get better. You're going to have better options actually if you're willing to wait it out a little bit. It's honestly like not even that long. You're looking at a couple weeks. And so if you can hold out for a little bit longer, that would be really good. And you're actually going to be a lot more happy, which is probably kind of weird right now, because you're probably like, but this is going to be a great thing. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to move in with them and they're going to be amazing and we're going to be so in love. I don't think it's necessarily going to be that way. I think if you're willing to wait, you will actually have a far more, a better situation. It doesn't mean that your partner changes. It doesn't mean that the setup or the job changes necessarily. It might even just be that a better opportunity within the company comes in, and that's the time to go for it. It might be that you've meet somebody new and you do go for that, but it might be that like you and your partner are looking for an apartment, and a better apartment is just like one more like look through, or one more, you talk to somebody, 2 weeks from now and they're like, oh yeah, we have an apartment actually near us and you're like, oh my god, we could live really close to our friends. That would be amazing. Stuff like that. So it's kind of being aware of what you are really wanting in this moment. Just because something is tempting doesn't mean that it meets all your needs, and this thing will meet all your needs. You will have a really nice setup at the end. I think you really like some of the traditional settings. And so for you, it might be really nice having this like more mask femme line of thinking of like, I have both energies, no matter how you identify that, like dual energy might be something very easy for you to understand and relate to. And so you are going, I do need to allow other people to come in and help me. And this is a time to allow others in your life, close people, most likely whomever your partner is in this, your close immediate family, whoever is part of this really close circle for you, your like best friend kind of a thing. This is a time to have them look at the situation too. I think they will disillusion certain things for you. They will allow you to see stuff clearer and be like, oh, that's at all like totally not what I noticed. And you might be a little disgruntled with that, but I think it's actually going to be very, very helpful in this situation to not overpromise yourself what's going on, because that's not going to be able to work out. And if you can just hold out a little bit longer, you're actually going to have a way better situation come up. But yeah, talk to those who matter to you. This is also a really good time to look at mentors. So if you don't have anybody necessarily right close to you, a mentor is actually a really good option in this. Somebody that you look up to who's probably had a bit more life experience. And that doesn't necessarily even mean somebody who's older. It just means somebody who knows about this type of situation, and maybe you don't even know it. If you go and discuss with somebody that you think, yes, this is the person, a lot of the time the person being described through the cards here is somebody who is pretty grounded, like a down-to-earth person, but who's fairly like protective. Like they are well aware of what monetary, what physical things they have. They know they're very realistic. They are very Like, I know what's here, I know what, and I can kind of map out a couple possibilities, but they're not stuck in their head in the like floaty, like, what ifs. They're like, no, this is the reality I am dealing with, and I am dealing with that right now, and like very in the moment. That's the person, whomever you are thinking of, that is the person to go talk to about the situation and ask them what's going on. They're going to help you get to the happiest situation. And it might be that you just needed this opinion to help you understand what you're stepping into. I think you're just too caught up in how wonderful it could be when it's not really being paid attention to how it needs to be. So yeah, allow this person to come into your life and help you. It's hard to ask for help sometimes, and you need to be able to do it. A lot of people are willing to give it. Thanks so much, Pile 2, for letting me read for you. Happy JubJub Day. Let me know your favorite color if you want in the comments below, but otherwise stay magical. Hello, Pile 3. Alright, so our Witch's Wisdom card is water cleansing. If you haven't drank your water today, this is your time to drink some water. Go and grab a cup of water. What we're also looking at is like being aware of our emotions or the lack of. You may have stopped them up. You may have pushed them aside. I will be interested to see if the tarot has a lot of cup cards, or if it's got like no cup cards, because that sometimes tells me which way that'll go. And just like be aware of what's going on within you, and how much like water is so much a part of our world and us. And so making sure that you are taking care of yourself and the world around you is really important. And sometimes that can feel like a lot. And so this is a time to just take a moment and be able to take care of yourself and those things that you care about in the world. The plants you have, yourself, all of that. Yeah. And also, take a water break. I have my water bottle. We can take a drink together. If you want, go pause, grab a glass of water, but we're going to take like 15 seconds here, and we're going to try to drink together. Ready? Go. Awesome. I think that was about 15 seconds. So yeah, hopefully you got some water in you now. So we have the Landscapes Tarot here, and we're going to see what cards they want to talk to you about. We will pull 6 cards and see where we go. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the One of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Yes, we have no cups present. So I think you've been pushing yourself emotionally, like, kind of down. You're pushing those emotions away and not really letting them flow. And I think you need to allow yourself to feel everything and allow the water to be present in your life. Allow the emotions to show up. Allow yourself to really give yourself time. Sit with yourself. Let yourself be. Let those waters, those emotions flow through you, and allow yourself to have a moment to feel everything that's happened. You have been, I think, kind of you've had a hold on everything in your life, pretty much just like gripping it as tight as possible, and you are climbing and you're trying to do everything, and you are trying to parent and be a good spouse and trying to be a good worker, a boss, an employee. You have like all of these roles in your life, and you're trying to run them all and balance them all so heavily that you've kind of shoved yourself and all those emotions aside. I'm not saying you're doing it poorly, because from what I'm seeing, you're actually running okay. The problem is that at some point, your body's going to tell you we need a break to process emotions, and usually it doesn't happen at a convenient time. This is your sign, and you need to take some time to allow yourself to feel things. I don't know what the best way for you is to do that. Is it to watch a sad movie that helps you cry? Is it to watch a comedy to allow yourself to laugh if things have been really frustrating? It's these, you just need to allow yourself to feel, and to feel openly, and to lean on those in your life that are willing to help you. You have so much creative energy. You have a lot of resources at your fingertips that you are able to go out there and really make a new change for yourself, and you're really excited to do so. The problem is that you're not allowing the full balance. You're kind of only just doing a surface balance, what everybody sees. And that's what you're balancing. I would even be very curious if your mental health is doing very good right now. I think mental and emotional can sometimes tie together, where they outwhack each other in a sense of like one will flip through and it'll feel very out of balance for the other at the same time. And I want you to be able to like assess with yourself and actually decide, is this okay? Because I think you're really excited to move forward and do all the things that you're wanting to do. I think you have a lot of great opportunities, and you know how to run yourself and other people. You are really good at it. The problem is that there's more to that. There's this mental, this emotional side that you keep shoving away, and you have a lot of wonderful things that it's okay to just like take a moment and allow yourself a vacation, allow yourself a break. You have the resources, which is wonderful and amazing. Just like, this is your permission to go ahead and do so. I think you're actually going to find that you will have new ideas and be able to be even more energetic and curious and excited about whatever comes forth and comes afterwards. But you need to be prepared fully for it. You are going to be this bird soon flying through a storm because you're excited to do the thing, and you have to get to the location and you have to get to the next destination. The thing is that if you are not fully functional, you are not going to have a good time in that storm. If you are, you're going to get to your destination no problem. It's going to be smooth sailing, but right now you are set up for a dire consequence. Maybe not that dramatic, but like you're set up for a bad situation, and because you keep shoving everything else to the side, this will be your mental breakdown. This will be the moment where everything falls apart. And that happy energy you had is in the drive you will have, that'll come, the excitement that will be coming, inspired by those around you, like your close. Except because everything's running so smoothly, you're going to be like, I can add another thing, and you'll be excited to add this new opportunity, this new thing into your life, and then it'll actually throw everything out of balance to a point of so much stress. And what you really need to do is take care of yourself mentally and emotionally right now. That's so important. Pile 3. I believe in you, but I really need you to take care of yourself. Like, you can totally do this. But I really need you to, like, check in with yourself and be like, yeah, let's go watch some sad movie. My go-to is Inside Out. Bing Bong makes me cry every time. So, that's mine. And, like, a nice, like, cozy bath with no phone and allow myself to, like, drift into the water is, like, very good. So, my suggestions, but do what makes sense to you, whatever allows you to, like, fully embrace this. That's really important. Thank you so much, Pile 3. It feels a little weird to say this, but I wanted to say happy JubJub Day. And I hope you make some time for yourself. Hello, Pile 4. We have our Witch's Wisdom, Watchtower of the West, Autumn. So the West and Autumn are typically associated with the Cup cards, the water element, and this is the time to be aware of your inner emotions. the season brings you a time of emotional growth. You are growing as a person, you are changing as a person, you are having new experiences, and sometimes that growth can be a little awkward. And so hopefully it's a good thing though, because it's nice when you can emotionally grow and mature. And so this is that time of like realizing, but you have to allow it. You have to allow that like inner emotional work to happen. To allow to change you. You have to allow it to make the changes in you. So we're going to pull 6 Guardian of the Night tarot cards. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the Fool, King of Wands, 3 of Cups. You're about to be you're going to be taken advantage of, pile 4. You have a large heart. You have such a generous personality, which is wonderful. You are somebody who really loves to give of themselves and help others. Unfortunately, there are people in your life who are going to take advantage of that. And to a point where you are going to end up with like nothing, in a sense. Whether it's emotional energy, physical energy, monetarily, whatever, people are going to really take advantage of you in this situation. And I don't want you to allow that to happen. Take this as like a warning and prepare. Be aware in like, situations of people coming to you and being offering new opportunities, offering these amazing things to happen. You need to be wary of doing so, because when you say yes, they will fully take anything and everything and will try to use every tactic to get you to give more. You need to get ready. I think this is where that emotional growth is going to come in. You need to be ready to say no. You need to be ready to put that boundary up and know that this isn't okay. I think it's probably going to have some emotional manipulation in there. And if you're not ready to like have somebody come at you and like throw a bunch of things at you about your relationship with them, how you guys feel, and aren't we friends? Aren't we close? Aren't we this? What do you mean you don't want to help me out? Like that. I thought you were better than this. There's going to be a lot of this blaming of you, and you need to take this time now to prepare and grow for it. Be aware that this is coming. Be aware that this is going to happen, and that you can take the steps to recognize that you are an amazing human being, one, that you are able and you do have amazing, capable skills, and that yes, they're not wrong. You do have a lot of opportunities, that you have a lot of abilities, and you have a lot of things and resources. There's nothing wrong with that. But realizing that you don't have to give all of them to them is important too. Yeah, pile 4, you're doing really good. It's just unfortunate that somebody in your life is gonna come and pretend there's this wonderful opportunity, but it's actually not so great, which is a bummer. So yeah, I wish you the best, pile 4. A new journey is coming, but I want you to prepare for it. I want you to know that not everybody, unfortunately, is as good of a friend as you thought they were. So I'm sorry to bring such bad news.